By now, you've probably heard about the potential TikTok ban in the US, and you might be wondering what this means for your dropshipping business. The bill that would force the sale of TikTok or ban it completely has passed the House, the Senate, and is expected to be signed into law by President Biden at some point today. We all know that TikTok has transformed the way we consume content, shop online, and for people like us, grow our businesses. So a ban could change everything, and it's up to you to stay up to date and adapt. So let's talk about the challenges, opportunities, and consequences that a TikTok ban could have for dropshippers everywhere. So I want to start by talking about why it's getting banned, what would happen, and what you need to do if and when it does. Let's get right into it. Now, this TikTok ban has been in speculation for the last few years, but now it's finally becoming law. This is because TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese company, and lawmakers are worried that data from users from around the world might get into the hands of the Chinese government, even though US social media companies like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube collect the exact same data from you. Now, this bill gives TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, up to a year to sell TikTok to a US company or face an outright ban. This would affect over 170 million Americans that use TikTok and over 7 million businesses that rely on TikTok. And there already are a ton of security measures in place on TikTok, so I believe TikTok does more good than harm. It's brought in over $24 billion to the US economy and has provided over 224,000 American jobs. Besides that, business owners like us depend on TikTok Organic and TikTok Shops to generate sales for our dropshipping stores. So a ban would completely change everything overnight. Now, it's up to dropshippers like us to constantly adapt, and other content consumers already on TikTok would do the exact same thing overnight. You would see users go to other short form content platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and many advertisers would go right back to Meta ads. Now, if this ban goes through, experts say this would add $2.38 billion to Meta ad revenue every single year. But as a result, Facebook ads would get more and more expensive. Now, I'm sure that companies like Meta that compete with TikTok for ad revenue, or Amazon that competes with TikTok Shops, would happily support this ban. But TikTok users and business owners like us should do everything that we can to prevent it. Now, there is plenty of speculation that this law will get overturned in courts because it goes directly against your First Amendment rights and is unconstitutional. If they can't prove directly that TikTok is a national security concern, they are limiting your free speech. And I'm sure there will be thousands of court cases as a direct result of this bill becoming a law. Because I'm sure that 170 million Americans aren't okay with their free speech being taken away from them. And there are millions of businesses and creators that depend solely on TikTok. Now, the CEO of TikTok just posted his response. This is what he had to say.
As you may have heard, Congress passed a bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That will take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. Our community is also filled with 7 million business owners who have built their livelihoods on TikTok. While we make our case in court, you'll still be able to enjoy TikTok like you always have. Through our US data security efforts, we have built safeguards that no other peer company has made. We have invested billions of dollars to secure your data and keep our platform free from outside manipulation.
Now, in my opinion, I don't see TikTok getting banned. There's no direct evidence that TikTok is a national security concern. And in the beginning stages of this argument, it was already banned from government workers' phones. But let's talk about what you need to do in case this ban actually takes effect. For one, you should never depend on one platform entirely. We see all the time Facebook ad account bans and TikTok ad account bans, and if you're depending solely on one of these platforms, that could wipe out your business overnight. So you need to diversify. If you're posting short form content on social media, don't limit yourself to just TikTok. You should be posting Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and everything in between. And if you're advertising only on TikTok ads and TikTok Shops, you should also be focusing on Meta ads, Snapchat ads, Pinterest ads, Google ads, in any other platform. Never put all your eggs in one basket. You always need to diversify. And at the end of the day, you're going to make so much more money this way. And if one of your best ad platforms gets blocked, you have so many other alternatives to focus on. So post on other platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and focus on other ad platforms like Meta, Google, Snapchat. With omnichannel marketing, you can still be successful with e-commerce, no matter what happens at the end of the day. And like always, you need to focus on building your own source of traffic. Collect an email list from your customers so that you can always control your own traffic if these platforms go down or just outright ban you. Email marketing by far gives you the highest ROI or return on investment out of any of the channels we just discussed. So make sure to have a good social media presence to generate your organic sales, as well as a paid advertising strategy. Now, we do have an entire year from now until this ban would take effect, and I'm sure it's going to be stalled in court case after court case until this ban eventually gets thrown out. That's just my personal opinion. So you can still focus on scaling your brand through TikTok organic, TikTok ads, and TikTok shops, because this is still one of the biggest opportunities right now in e-commerce. Just don't depend solely on one platform or your business will fail as a result. So I hope this video made you feel a little bit better about this TikTok ban and what you should be doing right now to prepare. If you found any value in this video, consider leaving a like, sharing with others, and subscribing for more. Don't forget that I do have a free dropshipping course linked down below to help you get started and make your first few sales. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.